The Miami Hurricanes did exactly what the NCAA feared. They took down Ohio State, one of the most experienced, most well-coached team in the playoffs, and they won. They came out on top, and now they're going to go play Ole Miss, a team that I think they can beat. And then from there, they are one game away from doing it, winning the national championship. And I wanted to show you what they're doing and what they did versus Ohio State that I loved. First of all, this play is amazing because we're going to get both of these routes vertical down the field, okay? We're going to call these clear routes for the time being, okay? So we've got these clear routes down the field. Now, essentially, as we drop back in the pocket, we are going to read the defense. They're going to send 1, 2, 3, 4 guys here, right? This linebacker is going to bite down initially, but you're going to see him do what? Turn his back away from the quarterback as he tries to get back up that seam. But because we had those two clear outs to the top side, our running back kind of leaks open, right? Because everyone is getting down the field. So our running back gets open, and I love when a quarterback understands when to take the risk and when to take what the defense gives you. Because right here, we look, we scan, boom, we dump it down. It's a 3-yard catch, and we turn it into what? A first down and like a 17, 18-yard pickup. Take what the defense gives you, and you'll find ways to win games. You don't always have to take the big risk down the field, but that was a play that I liked. And I think Carson Beck does a really good job of understanding when and when not to take the risk. Now, we're going to break down a ton of film from the offense. We did a video before kind of breaking down both sides of the ball. Let's break down the offense. Let me show you what they did in this game to come out on top. Before we dive in, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Hit the like button if you guys can. Helps out so much. But also, comment down below a score prediction for their game versus Ole Miss. With that being said, let's dive in. Another solid play here by Carson Beck. 3rd and 9. We're going to get this route to the outside. First thing we notice off the snap is this guy is going to follow, but what it does is kind of open up the second level of the middle of the field, okay? Now, what is another thing we notice? I know it's kind of tough to see. Let me move my screen over here. So we're going to see our DB to the bottom side here. He's got outside leverage, which means he's lined up. He's giving you inside. So again, if we are running an inside leveraged in route, you're going to have this quick, right? Because if this guy drops down, right, this is open, right? We laser that ball in there. So the outside leverage from this DB is really good news, right? So as we drop back again, you're going to see this guy just take Malachi Tony. I believe that was Malachi Tony. And as that happens, again, look at the window. Opens up. We lasered in there. Almost get hit from the backside. Thank God. And then look at that. Great job. Again, reading the defense, understanding the leverage that the DB is giving you, and finding the open man for a nice chunk of yards and a first down. Another really good read by Carson Beck. We're going to initially look off this safety. We want to make sure he's dropping back and not immediately like getting out to the flats or something, because we've got a one-on-one to the top side, and we're basically just running this little out route to the sticks. Because they have off leverage, I mean, they're really in off covers. They're giving them about 7 to 8 yards of separation off the snap, which is huge, because if you can get this ball out with anticipation, this should be easy money all day. So you're going to see off the pre-snap motion by Malachi, we're going to drop back. We're going to immediately look towards this side of the field again. We want to see this guy either drop back or cover this little short route over the middle of the field. But once we see him kind of get towards the middle, this becomes a yes read. We are throwing this football no matter what, because you still have about 6 yards of separation, plus we have the anticipation of knowing where he's going to be, right? So we throw this ball early. Look at ball's coming out now. Ball's coming out now. Look at the receiver. He's not even breaking on his route yet. That is great anticipation by Carson Beck. Ball is out perfectly. A little bit behind. Don't love the ball placement there. Want to lead him to the sideline so that DB has no chance, but ultimately picks up the first down. Once again, moves the chains. And really quickly, guys, make sure you do me a big time favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering Miami throughout the entirety of this playoff run. Give me your score predictions down low. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified. And let's keep going. Underdog just dropped prediction markets, spreads, totals, team outcomes, and the best part, you can actually combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today using promo code COLLEGEDUBS and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, Florida, and Underdog is available in 40 states with player picks and draft games, prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. I was also a big fan of this play right here because we're going to get a little bit of like a fake QB power by Carson Beck. You're going to see him tuck the ball away. We're going to have a couple of key read defenders here. Most importantly, this guy and then the linebacker. These are two key reads. If we can get them to overcommit downhill on this little power off to the right side, we might have this little leaked wheel out of the backfield early, right? So essentially, as the ball is snapped, you're going to see him tuck the ball away, right? He looks like he's going to run the football. So what does that do? That second and first level defender, they already start to commit down. You see how his first motion is forward? His first motion is forward. That is perfect, right? Nobody's manned up, and this was the real key read. We knew for sure this guy was probably going to be biting down no matter what, but if this guy immediately went in this direction, we're probably actually going to run that football, right? But since his first step is inside, boom. Quick throw, perfect job, and look at that. You get a touchdown. Great job by Carson Beck. Again, reading, reacting, and attacking. Love the blocking here, man. This is perfect. Love the offensive line. We're going to initiate this combo block, but once we allow our guy to maintain the positioning, we're going to bounce to the second level here, and we're just going to see Mark Fletcher make a guy miss, pick up some nice yards here. Right, beautiful job by 52. I mean, I guess the combo block's kind of weak, bounces off the right guard, but ultimately does his job of getting to that second level, securing, and everywhere else. Look at the blocking here. Beautiful job. And then once we get to that second level, nice little jump cut, make that guy miss, and fight forward for a few more yards. Great job. Love the way this offense moves the ball. Now look at this play by Malachi Toney. We're initially just going to go right into our guy to kind of block, but what we're doing is we are forcing this defender to get lost in translation here as he is trying to cover this outside little wheel route. Again, this is a beautiful job here. Again, Malachi going to kind of just get right in the way. Get right in the way. And actually, I messed that up. It's our running back out of the backfield, right? We know this is the guy manning him up. So as we kind of get in the way here, we shift him to make a different angle at this thing. And it's only 3rd and 3. So you only need 3 yards. Boom. Ball needs to be out quick, on time, on target. Great job. What a first down. What a play by Malachi Toney. Again, engaging, getting in the way ever so slightly. Because again, what that guy wants to do here is he wants to boom right through this motion and clean that thing up. But nope, now he's got to take a new approach, and it's just not as good. Not as good as a pursuit angle, I guess you could say. And they pick up the first, move the chains, only up by 3 with 3:40 left to go in the game. Another big-time run. Now, I'm not familiar with this running back. I know Mark Fletcher, but I'm not familiar with this guy. You guys are going to have to let me know. Great job by our tight end, sealing to the inside. Number 9 does a beautiful job getting this to the outside, but utilizing his one-cut ability to get back up the field. Once we see Malachi get to the second, third level, and we see this guy kind of containing to the outside shoulder, right, we're going to go to his inside. Nice little one-cut ability by number 6 here. Boom. And then just fight through. Look at him engage, and then drive through for another 4 to 5 yards. That is game-winning football right there. That's why they won, man. They came up big on a couple of plays, and then they slowly started to wear out this defense and take the air out of them. Took the life out of them. Here's another one. As we're going to get a quick little screen. Obviously, Malachi from the slot, his job is to go out and get the outside boundaries. We smoke this guy back to the football. Boom, catches the ball, utilizes his blockers. Thank the Lord, right? A lot of guys, they like to just try to go and attack up the field. If you've got blockers getting out in front, utilize them. Utilize them. That's what this is for. This is what the screen is for. Beautiful job. Gets up the field, picks up a beautiful chunk of yards, and ultimately puts this game away. That was a great job. And then ultimately, they get the little read option. Obviously, Beck is a guy that can run the football a little bit. Get some guys to overcommit to the 1, 2, 3 guys, maybe 4 guys looking to the outside to see if Beck kept the ball. And boom, just like that, walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Hey, great W, man. Hit the like button, subscribe. I need you guys to comment down W in the comments down below for this win. But also, let me know if you guys think you win the next one. Let me know. Hit the like button, join the family, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.